Guys, how's it going? I thought I'd make this video really quick. I had a comment left on my ram pad and rotor video, and instead of making a 4 paragraph comment, I figured that I'd just make this video and make it a little bit easier to explain and stuff. So here's the comment. I don't know how well you're going to be able to read it. First of all, I want to start off and say I'm probably going to butcher your name, so I'm sorry, but I'm not very good sounding out names and stuff. But it's from Teo Zhang, and it says, "Great video, and thanks for the posting. Here I have a few questions, need your suggestion. What is the best or most valuable brake rotors and pads for a Ram 1500? And if I want to change the brake, what should I buy besides rotors and brake pads? Thank you." First, I want to start off and say thanks for watching the video. That video's gotten a lot of views, and it's helped a lot of people out, so I want to thank you for watching it. To answer your first question, it says, what is the best or most valuable brake rotors and pads? Depends on what you want. If you're looking for a cheap pad and rotor, you can go to like Advance Auto Parts, or your local parts store, and get pads and rotors from there. If you're looking for something more like slotted and those kind, you can go on the internet. I think it's EBC Brakes. They make different style pads, high performance stuff. What I got on my Dodge is, at the time I went to Advance Auto Parts and bought all my rotors. I was going to buy them from Rock Auto, but by the time I paid shipping and everything from there to my house, it was only a couple dollars difference per rotor, so I just went with that. Now, if I was to do it again, I've bought rotors and pads. Actually, that van right there has rotors and pads from eBay on it, and this XB has pads and rotors from eBay on it. They're nothing special. They're just your regular pads and rotors. I believe the pads are ceramic pads on both of them, but I paid for the van, I believe it was $86 for everything, both front pads and rotors for both sides, and the shipping to my house was like $86 and something. And to go to Advance and buy them, you're talking, I think it was like $71 a rotor for my truck. So if you buy off of eBay and stuff, go on there, you can get good deals on there, if you're looking to save some money. And I haven't had a bit of problem with them. They've worked great. They haven't warped or anything. The van, they've been on there since the spring, and I've done some hard braking stupidity for people in front of you, slamming on their brakes and stuff like that, and they've never warped or anything like that. So that's a good place to go. And they even, some things on eBay even sell the slotted and drilled rotors and stuff like that for cheaper, but it's a good place to look. So and the second part of your question, I'll drop my phone, says, and if I want to change the brake, what should I buy besides rotors and brake pads? Well, what you're going to want to get besides them is there's little clips that go on the ends of your brake pads in the front. A lot of times you don't get those with your new pads, so you're going to have to get some of those. I'd suggest getting them anyway because they're pretty shitty things. My truck isn't here right now. If it was, I have some extra ones. I'd show you what they look like. All they actually are is like a little clip that clips over the ends of the pad, the little metal piece, and then it has like a little tang on it that holds up against the bracket for to hold your rotor, or your rotor, your caliper on. And when you push on your brakes and they go in and then it releases, it just springs them back out. You can get them at Napa. I got them. I couldn't find them anywhere else when I first bought my truck. Whoever did the brake job before that, they were missing. And if you don't put them in, it rattles like hell. Your pads will rattle inside the thing. So you're going to want to get them. I got mine from Napa. It took forever for them to get them for me. It was like 2 weeks, and I had to go back, and they ended up having to ship them from California. I ended up getting some from Rock Auto, and I bought extra ones that way in case I needed them. They do their back ones, or they have little things in them too that keep your pads from rattling around. But a lot of times, as long as you clean them out, you're all right. You don't really have to change them. As long as they're not all beat to hell, they should be fine, or rusted out or anything. You're going to want to buy yourself some anti-seize to put where your pads slide back and forth, because they need to slide. So make sure you get yourself some of that. If you don't plan on doing a bunch of maintenance, you can buy like little packs of them at probably any auto parts store, I'm sure, sells it. But you can buy it there, or you can just buy a big thing of it. It's not terribly expensive, but it's not, $1 for a big thing of it either. You're gonna pay money, but you're gonna want it because you want your brakes to slide back and forth. If your truck has disc brakes in the back, you're gonna want to check your back rotor, or your back calipers, I'm sorry, because the cups inside them are like a composite material, and a lot of times they break, so you're gonna have to check them, and you might end up having to replace your calipers too. So just keep that in mind. I'd check them first and then order everything at the same time if you have to change them. Make sure your pistons, that's what they are, pistons, make sure they go in and out and they're not froze. If it is froze, you're better off to replace it, because if you start putting a lot of pressure on that thing, it's going to break, because they're so fragile. They're not made of steel, so you're going to break it and you're going to end up having to replace it anyway. So it's just something to look at. Fronts they're usually pretty good. I think they're steel things in them, so I didn't have any problem with those. I've had to change both rear calipers on my truck because the one froze solid. I couldn't even move it. The other one, it was broke right down into the caliper itself, so I've replaced both of those. I can't think of anything else that you'd really need. that's about all you need to change the brakes and stuff. It's not really too many parts involved there, you know, other than that stuff. You know, just look around is my biggest advice to you, is just to look around and get the best price you can. If you're looking for performance brakes and stuff, you know, it's best to look around anyway to get the best price. If you're just looking for like a value thing, like just normal, eBay is a really good place to get them. I don't hesitate to recommend getting them off of there. You know, both of these vehicles here have them, eBay brakes, and they work great. I don't have any problems. So I figured I'd make this video for you. I hope it helps you out. You know, maybe I'll start making these more if more people start asking questions and stuff. Maybe I'll start making like a commenting on comments, which I wouldn't call it that anyway, but you know, maybe I can answer questions people might have. So thanks for watching, everybody that watches this and you're subscribed. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. I know I haven't been putting a lot of stuff out. I do have the video for replacing the exhaust on this car. I gotta get it off this camera and edit it up and everything, and I'm gonna put it out as soon as I can. Probably sometime this week I'll put it out. Again, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. If, you know, you want to subscribe. I really appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys watching the videos, I wouldn't make them. So I hope everything's going good where you are, and have a good day. Thanks.